my dude. I know everyone seems more advanced than you, but that ain't your business. You stay faithful, lift your head and move. Turn up, turn up.
Hey, what's up people? It's FIFA 11 Skills Fan here, or Leechman, and I'm back with another commentary. I'm sorry for not posting my Warlock VoidWalker build yesterday. I had some technical difficulties with my audio for the video I made, so I couldn't post that one. So here we are. I'm doing it now. And I tried to do this, like I was doing this, and I had 8 minutes into the commentary, and Destiny's patch went live, and I'll probably post the snippet of me talking, and then bang, it just goes off. But anyway, moving on from that. So this is my Warlock build, and the first thing you're going to notice about my Warlock build is he looks different. He doesn't have the shining lava looking gauntlets anymore, and he doesn't have the mohawk helmet, and that's because I switched it up, and I have two exotics gear, and one is called the Apollo Veil, and it's an exotic helmet, and it helps me get my health to regenerate faster when I use my super, which is good because now I'm able to use Nova Bomb in a more offensive situation. And then the other thing, the reason why I didn't really use the Sunbreaker is because it's more focused on my Sunsinger class. It helps me get my solar grenades and all that solar stuff faster, so therefore I don't want that class. I don't want to use that because that won't help me when I'm going full on VoidWalker. But anyway, apart from that, everything else is the same. Maybe a few changes in weapons, but apart from that, that's not really important. So let's go into the VoidWalker class and do a breakdown. The first thing you're going to notice is the huge distinction in how my VoidWalker build is. Because if you look at it, that's completely different than what I have here. Look at the amount of armor and recovery I have for my Sunsinger compared to my VoidWalker, which has so much less. And the reason for that is because I wanted to be more offensive minded when using this class. I wanted to be in and out of situations really quickly, and this is more of a mid-range fighting class. The other one is a close range because it can take more damage. This one I stay at a little bit mid-range, take pop shots at people, snipe people, do all kinds of stuff at mid-range rather than getting close to people. Like the other class can kind of challenge Titans, which Titans, if you don't know, are the only class, I repeat, the only class that can do CQC combat or close quarters combat because of the amount of armor that they have. And I kind of mirrored that with my Sunsinger class, but with my VoidWalker class, it's not designed for that. It's more of a mid-range fighter and can do stuff at mid-range. But anyway, let's go down to the breakdown of the class. The first role, as you can see, is grenades, and the first one is called Vortex Grenade, which is pretty good. You throw it and it creates a vortex, literally, and drains life from people. And it's really useful when you're playing control, because you're gonna throw your grenade on the flag, and if anybody grows on it, or if there's a group of people on there, they can all die, or you can cause them to scatter, which is really good. But I don't use that as often as I did when I first started the game. Scatter grenade is alright. It explodes on impact. It's okay, but I don't really like it too much. The one I've been using recently is Axiom Bolt. And this one, I love it because it's a heat-seeking grenade in a sense. It follows you around, and like, it doesn't follow you forever, but it follows you for a good amount of time. So a lot of people forget that it's following them unless they're looking directly at it. And my boy Dagan has a video about this, and I'll link it down in the description for y'all to go check out. It's pretty funny. He calls it the Pokemon grenade. But anyway, go check that video out. Now, the next setup is the glide, or the double jump, and you have different attributes for it. The one I select is called Blink, and what Blink is kind of like a short teleportation you can do with your character, and it's really good. Like, I love using it in PvP especially because it can get you out of tough situations, and it can also help you get some nasty kills where you just, somebody's attacking you and you just blink behind them and take them out. And I'm thinking about I'm making a montage of just using Blink to my benefit and not to anybody else. But anyway, after that you have your super, and like I said, the super we have as Warlocks is, or VoidWalker Warlocks, is Nova Bomb, and that allows, it's like a, you've probably seen it, it's a bomb basically. It's a huge bomb that you create, and a lot of people are saying that it's OP, blah blah blah. The thing that most people don't know is the fact that you have to actually aim it, and a lot of the time you can miss, because when you do the Nova Bomb, your guy immediately jumps up to cast it, and when he's in the air casting it, you have to be able to, at the same time while you're casting it, aim it at the same time. So it takes a bit of skill to get used to it and to learn that don't use it in tight corners because you miss 90% of the time. But anyway, the special that I have attached to it is Vortex, and basically when you shoot the Nova Bomb, it creates a little vortex that if people come into it, it's an area effect type of attack. If people come into it, their life gets drained and then they die. So it's really good for having an after effect, kind of like the Titan Smash. They have a after effect as well. And it's really good to be able to have that so that even if you die and you miss with the Nova Bomb and the guy's still running at you, he's gonna die too. So you get post-mortem kills and stuff like that. Now the next one is Scatter for it, but I don't care. It shoots through projectiles. It's alright. It looks cool, but it's alright. Last one is to shoot it further, not important. Now after that, you have the melee, which is called Energy Drain. And what Energy Drain is kind of like a spell cast. And a lot of people don't know this, but this has the longest range of any melee. Energy Drain isn't just when you hit the person. If you have your melee and if somebody's kind of close to you, you can actually use your melee without actually hitting them and you'll still hit them. And people have been kind of like, wait, how did that hit me? That's some lag. He didn't actually hit me. And people don't know this about this class, is that all our melees are really long because it's not an actual melee, it's more of a spell that we're casting. And so when we hit you with it, we actually don't have to hit you with it, if that makes any sense, because we're just it's more of like a, let's say it's kind of like this guy, he's holding that little orb of light. It's kind of like that orb of light, and when we hit you, we're actually pushing that orb towards you to hit you with it, if that makes any sense. But anyway, and the bonuses is Surge, which increases my movement speed, and that's pretty good. And then the other bonus is Lifesteal. This is the one I love to use because when I'm using melee is usually the times when I'm in a tight situation and people are kind of like, oh, he's about to die, and then they rush at you. So with this, I can melee the guy, jump back and get my health back, and then kill him off and use my gun to finish him off. Because if you have low health, just use your melee with Surge and you get your health back, and it's so useful in PvE, in PvP, in both situations. It's really useful because you can survive more situations which you would have otherwise died in. Now the last part of this is Soul Rip, which helps you get your energy, your Nova Bomb faster, and it reduces the cooldown of that. It's a pretty cool one, and if you were going for a build where you wanted to spam your super and spam your grenades, there's actually a build surrounded on that to be able to spam your super, spam your grenade, and spam your melees, because all these things can help each other. I'll go through it as we keep on going. But anyway, that's that. And then the next thing is your skill set. Now, I focus, like I said earlier in the video, on recovery and speed for this class. I want this class to be focused totally on speed and recovery, for me to be able to get into a situation, get out, get my health back, get back in, get out, get my health back, that type of situation, so I can survive more and last more during the game, and to be more attack minded, and so that I can do more stuff as the game is going on. And these are the other ones. The other one is to focus on toughness, and the last one is toughness and speed. But I want recovery and speed more than anything else. Now the next set is special skills that we have. Annihilate is size of explosion created by your Nova Bomb is bigger. You're able to, the area of effect of your grenade is larger and bigger, which is pretty cool at first. But then you have this one, which allows me to track enemies with my Nova Bomb, which is so useful because I miss my Nova Bomb a lot of the time. Although it doesn't, it's not a perfect tracking system. You have to be pretty close and pretty spot on with your aim, but that aim doesn't have to be super perfect, like direct impact on the guy, because it will seek them and track them out and hit them, which is really good. And the last one is increases the duration of energy drain, which is the melee, which is pretty alright, but I prefer Angry Magic. Now moving on is more speed, more attributes. Now for this class, I selected to get training on all attributes, because what I noticed was if I selected raw speed, my recovery would drain, and then if I selected toughness, my recovery and agility would drain. So therefore I just decided it would be best for everything to be balanced this time around. And then on the last skill mastery set, you have Vortex Mastery, which allowed my Axion bolts to seek for longer distances, and also for my super to last longer, which is really good. And then the other one is Bloom, which basically people explode, and if you want to see some nice explosions, put that on. And then the last one is Embrace the Void, which this is what I was talking about when I said that you can make a class or a build focused on just spamming all your abilities. And this one gives you the ability for any of your grenade to trigger the energy drain effect, which basically you're meleeing them all repeatedly. Every time you throw a grenade, you're actually doing your melee, and it helps your melee to charge up. And which means that if your melee is charged up, you can reduce your cooldown of your Nova Bomb. So you see, it just everything kind of sticks together. So all classes have this type of thing going for them, where you can use one skill set to pump up another skill set and do that type of thing. So anyway, that's my VoidWalker build. This is my class setup, and this is what, whenever I go into Crucible, the first thing I do is to change my class to this. And I also change my weapons. I use the Galahad. And recently I've been sniping a bunch. This sniper rifle, the Icebreaker, is beast. The best thing about it is I don't have to pick up any special ammo. It generates ammo over time. And I am loving it, man. I am just enjoying it. Now on the other side of things, I have this. I don't know why I have that on. Oh yeah, I was doing a mission earlier. But usually I use the Swarm. And this thing is legendary. Oh my gosh. This gun, it's not because of the damage that it puts out, but because of the accuracy with it. It is so awesome. And then I have some exotics. The super good advice, this LMG, the recoil on it is ridiculous. Like, I can't handle this thing, so I never use it. I'd rather use my Swarm because it's so much easier to handle. Plus, I have this other exotic, and it won't let me use 2 exotics. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all. There's other stuff. I just wanted to show y'all some shaders, and I wanted y'all's vote on which shaders look the best. I like this one a lot, but I've been falling in love with the Rose Gold, which is the one you get from the Queen's Emissary, and then the last one, which is Oracle 99, which also looks pretty cool. So I want y'all to vote down in the comments. Tell me which one you like the best between the Rose Gold, Oracle 99, and Achilles, which Achilles is kind of making me fall in love with it a little bit too much. I'm just playing. But anyway, that's all I have for y'all. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that in one way or another that I've helped you with your class build for a Warlock at least. I know my boy Dagan is doing a Titan build, so if he has that video up, I'll link it. Otherwise, it's all good. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. God bless y'all, and peace!